Hello everybody and welcome to the Crypto Session Brief. We're on Tuesday the 7th of March 2023. Approaching midday here in Europe, let's take a look at crypto markets today. Markets are moving relatively quiet so far. You can see Ethereum there on the H4 time frame. Basically over the past 24 to 48 hours, we've gone absolutely nowhere. Our markets are waiting for some of the data releases this week, quite possible. We've got Jerome Powell. He's heading to Congress today. He's testifying to Congress at the Senate Banking Committee, and then on Wednesday to the House Financial Services panel. Powell is, of course, in a little bit of a predicament at the moment. The economy seems resistant to the cooling effects of interest rate hikes, so it's going to be interesting to see what he adds inside those speeches. We've had basically beats across the board, haven't we, over the past month. Started with January's blowout job numbers. Of course, we've got February version of this release on Friday with the NFPs. So markets, poising for that as well. But the interest rate narrative, rates markets have really been the dominant theme so far this year, as expected. With Bitcoin, pretty interesting actually, because while on Friday, because a lot of what we've talked about on these briefs over the past 6 to 12 months has been the high correlation with equities. We've posted charts inside the crypto chat, and we've talked about basically when equity markets have been moving lower, we've generally seen crypto market, and vice versa. We saw the rally all through January. If we just look at BTC here, you're going to see a pretty similar looking chart. If we were to just look at it from the start of this year, which is here, you're going to see a similar-ish chart to if you were to go on the NASDAQ, for example. We had a really strong rally in tech stocks as well, and then just over the past, let's say, 2-3 weeks, you've seen a move lower in equities. But on Friday, we just saw a twist in that correlation because equities shot higher. So it was a significant move higher. In fact, I think it was the S&P's largest move in a month or something along those lines. I can't remember exactly. But equity markets were basically the polar opposite of Friday on Bitcoin. So it went this way. But instead, Bitcoin moved lower. Why was that? Silvergate issues markets were afraid of potential contagion. It does look like the Silvergate issues have now been fully priced in. And we did discuss that inside the session brief yesterday. So far today, we've not seen any movement. Yesterday was super thin. Look at the BTC range yesterday. Really quiet day for an intra-week. Sometimes you see that on a weekend, but on an intra-week basis, I mean, the bar had less than 400 points to it, which is absolutely tiny. So yeah, like I said, maybe we are just now waiting for some data releases. Fed Chair Jerome Powell today, maybe the first instigator. We've got JOLTS job openings, I think, tomorrow or the day after, and then NFP's Friday. So possibly just wait for that. But Bitcoin now potentially looking to break below its 50-day moving average. And the setup from a technical perspective is where are we at if we hit these, if we hit the most recent swing low. I've actually got a level at 21,850, but of course below that you'd be foolish to argue that the key level would be the 21,355 recent swing low. So it'd be interesting to see if this market does carry on moving lower, or just throw something else out there. It could be a head and shoulders pattern that we're starting to see form. You got the shoulder, head. If we do see a bit of a consolidation in and around here, and we go back up, it just could be the start of the second shoulder in the pattern. So just something to be aware of. We could go back up into this 24 region, and then overall, look for a move lower. And of course, that might not happen at all. So that's the beautiful thing with technical analysis. Sometimes, or quite a lot of the time, patterns don't always play out as you think. Litecoin is currently looking to test last week's low. We did mention that was a key level, and also the 88 handle looks to be gone. We're looking now for a potential break into the 82, 83 region, I would say. Like I said, Ethereum super flat, not really gone anywhere. That's just pausing at our key level of 1550. Basically, that's the line in the sand moving forward. If we can hold successfully above here, we can retest the range tops at 1700. Failure to do so, and we do look to that recent swing low down at 1465. That's a wrap for my session brief for today. I'll see you all inside the chat room. Thanks for listening, and all the best with your trading. Bye for now.